Let's go to Melbourne now and catch up with Dr. Stacey Harris, who's a Melbourne GP, and she's involved or supporting at least the Free Melbourne campaign. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you.
Doctor, I want to come to the campaign in a moment, but first up, as a GP, some of the medical implications here. We've had this horrible situation where small babies in South Australia have died in hospital because they haven't been able to go to Victoria, where they would normally get access at the Women's and Children's Hospital for infant cardio surgery. Mm-hmm. Terrible situation. Now, the politics of this are difficult. It's unclear whether the travel was rejected by the Victorian bans or whether, in fact, South Australia made the decision because of their bans. But either way, we're seeing other situations, other medical emergencies, other social problems and medical problems impacted by these severe responses to coronavirus, aren't we?
Absolutely. I mean, that breaks my heart, the babies. How are we still here talking about this? We've got 4 babies died, as you say. Which government was that? Why is that a government decision anyway? And we've got that autistic teenager that died because, you know, they couldn't allow people to help find him because of the restrictions. We've got mental health, we've got suicides. How come, exactly what Katie Allen was just saying before, this is all politicised? I'm sorry, it's nothing to do with public health, nothing to do with the health of our community, our beloved Melbourne, which is being destroyed by politics. This astounds me. I'm so shocked to hear it, especially those babies. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, this is the point, isn't there? The risk of coronavirus is so mild compared to the threat of life-saving surgery, that the risk of taking the virus into South Australia or someone getting infected in the team in Melbourne is minimal compared to that life-saving priority.
Absolutely. We have strategies in place, PPE. Everyone's equipped to handle those babies. I can't believe we're talking about it. I just can't. We're in Melbourne. We're not in a third world country. Those parents, I feel for them. I feel like it's all criminal what's happened to these dear babies, to these teenagers who have lost their lives. It doesn't stop, and yet here we are in lockdown still, playing this game every day. You've got the Free Melbourne logo up there above you. Well done. That's good work in time for the interview. But we'll just show some shots here of some celebrities. Beck Judd, I think we see here, has been promoting the T-shirt, and others now have been selling this T-shirt and promoting it. Our own Peter Credlin on her show last night. The proceeds of these sales, by the way, go to Beyond Blue to help with mental health issues. That's so good.
But this campaign is very, very important. Do you fear that the government lacks confidence in its own public health competence, and that's why they won't open up with so few local cases?
Well, I can only say that, if we had good contact tracing and they were confident in that regard, why aren't we open? But to me, it was an elimination strategy and then a suppression strategy and that's where it's become a game, and it's not a game. We're talking about people's lives. We're talking about people's lives, whether they're young, whether they're old. It's criminal. So I'll call it as it is. It's criminal what's been happening, and all those people should be suing because, that's how I'm just so upset for these people who have lost their lives, for people who have lost their businesses, lost their livelihoods over these small cases that are just, we must be laughed at across the world with what's happening in Victoria.
Dozens of other doctors have gone public, like yourself, in open letters and the like. Should we have more medicos speaking out in Victoria? Yes.
This is what I was asking for in the beginning when a surgeon and myself spoke with Martin Foley, the health minister, is can doctors get involved with talking about, we're not experts on the virus, but we're experts with what we're dealing with day to day and what we're seeing as an effect of this lockdown, and why can't we all get together and work together to open up safely or to handle this safely? The kids and adults I'm seeing are scared of this virus because of what's being portrayed from these governments that seemingly have no clue about it. People are scared, people don't want to leave their homes, and it's a lack of competence, totally lack of competence. It's all political.
So depressing, so frustrating.
It is.
Thanks so much, Stacey, for speaking out.
Thank you.
It's Dr. Stacey Harris, a Melbourne GP, and as I said, at least 50 other doctors speaking out with her, signing letters and the like. Let us know how you're coping with all this in Melbourne. Enormously frustrating given the low levels of infection. Let's try